Hey y'all, I hope you're having a great day. So today's Bible verses that I'm going to be reading to you from Romans. I'm going to read a little scenario from Dr. Tony Evans and then a part of my Bible commentary. And it made me think about, because we're talking about law and sin here and bringing things into light. So here it is. The older I get, it's harder to see the close. Like right now, videotaping this, it is totally blurry. But when I'm like this, I'm like, oh my gosh, I can actually see myself better. So, but it's like, whenever I'm going around between my hair appointments, I don't necessarily see all the little hairs that's growing in my eyebrows. But when I look into that mirror, when I look into the magnifying mirror, oh wow, it brings it into light and I can see all of these. Now, is that mirror going to take care of my eyebrows for me? No, that's not going to do it. I'm going to have to go and tweeze those eyebrows. But here's the example that Dr. Tony Evans gave. It says, this is the law, or what it's like. It's like a mirror. It shows us what is wrong, but it's not designed to fix it. Without it, we would not know sin. And in part of my verses that I'm going to be reading today, I wrote over to the side, it said, you know what you know. And it makes me think that how we always got to seek to understand. So what do we need to know about how to live holy and how to live right? Get in God's word. A lot of people may think that, oh, the Old Testament doesn't apply to me, but oh my gosh, so much rich and amazing lessons to be learned here, and how the Old Testament and the New Testament truly tie together. Oh, it is just fascinating. So get into God's word and make sure that you know how to live. So here we go. We're going to read today from Romans 7, verses 7 through 13 only. And it's the title of it says that God's law reveals our sin. So here we go. It says, well then, am I suggesting that the law of God is sinful? Of course not. In fact, it was the law that showed me my sin. Think about that mirror. It showed me that sin. All right? But that mirror is not going to take care of all these little eyebrows that's growing in not needed places. I would never have known that coveting was wrong if the law had not said, you must not covet. But sin used this command to arouse all kinds of covetous desires within me. Isn't that what sin does? Oh, it just gives you that desire sometimes, and it makes things look so much fun. But let me tell you, you always got to think, y'all, is it worth it? What is the consequence to those actions and to those choices you make in life? All right, verse 8. But sin used this command to arouse all kinds of covetous desires within me. If there were no law, sin would not have that power. At one time, I lived without understanding the law. That's what I was talking about. You know what you know, you got to seek to understand. Get in God's word. But when I learned the command not to covet, for instance, the power of sin came to life. It brought it into light. And I died. So I discovered that the law's commands, which were supposed to bring life, brought spiritual death instead. Sin took advantage of those commands and deceived me. It used the commands to kill me, but still, the law itself is holy, and its commands are holy and right and good. Verse 13. But how can it be? Did the law, which is good, cause my death? Of course not. Sin used what was good to bring about my condemnation to death. So we can see how terrible sin really is. It uses God's good commands for its own evil purposes. It made me think about Adam and Eve. You know, you can have every tree in here, but don't touch that one. So as soon as we're like, don't touch that one, it's like a teenager. Oh, I'm going to do it. Or like a little kid, don't touch the stove. It's hot. Oh, you got to touch it. Or like that, remember when well, I don't know how old you are, but when I was growing up, the pencils sometimes you would say unbreakable. And so what am I doing? I'm trying to see if it's going to break. And it broke. But there's warnings that are there, but when you go back to Genesis and what made me think about that was Adam and Eve when they said, don't do it. And then they did, and then bam, all the sin was revealed. Yes, that's exactly what happened. In my commentary here, it says, Where there is no law, there is no sin, because people cannot know that their actions are sinful unless a law forbids those actions. God's law makes people realize that there are sinners doomed to die, yet it offers no help. Sin is real, and it is dangerous. Imagine, and I can imagine this because I'm at the beach. Hello, I'm at the beach. Here we go. It says, imagine a sunny day at the beach. You plunge into the surf. Then you notice a sign on the pier, no swimming, sharks. Your day is ruined. Is it the sign's fault? Are you angry with the people who put it up? The law is like the sign. It is essential and we are grateful for it, but it doesn't get rid of the sharks. So make sure you kind of think about, I'm thinking about a pendulum here. When you've got, I remember I'd go to my cousin Gina's house and her mom would teach piano and Gina played piano and the pendulum there would tick, tick, tick to the time of the music that you needed to do. And so you've got law and you've got sin. And the law brings about what the sin is. It reveals it. And so what are you going to do? And it just started raining. Can you hear that? I love the sound of rain. So I hope you have a wonderful day. Get into God's Word so you can seek to understand. Have a great day. Bye.